You can reach 2k points today with just the trial characters on any difficulty. I recommend doing this on extreme difficulty where I got 2,400 points with just the trial characters despite Chongyun dying. I do recommend adding Kaeya and Barbara to Team 1 though. With adding my bad Kaeya and Barbara, I was able to get almost 300 more points without Chongyun ever in threat of dying. These are the teams we'll be using for trial characters only. If you add Kaeya and Barbara, they go into Team 1. This is the Vibro-Crystal Setup to use for both teams. Here is the extreme difficulty gameplay with the trial characters only. Use Mona's skill, switch to Chongyun, and then start. Use Chongyun's burst and then skill. Normal attack within the circle constantly while the skill is active. When the skill is not active, switch to Mona and use her skill and maybe burst. Switch back to Chongyun to repeat the pattern. While Chongyun's skill is active, you'll want to make a judgment call on whether to use his burst or not. If his skill is not active, then go ahead and use his burst if available. Try to have Chongyun place his skill close to the middle of the enemy spawns, though it will almost always be skewed a bit, or skewed a lot. You can let the enemies come to you in the circle while you attack the enemies that are already there. If a Hydro-Samatrol spawns, you'll need to take them out as soon as possible so they don't heal your opponents. Mona can help you take them out quickly. If a Hydro Abyss Mage is about to spawn, save Chongyun's burst and use it on the mage when it appears. Keep whacking away at the shield and use your skill if it is available. More waves of enemies won't spawn if an elite enemy such as the mage is alive. Whenever Chongyun's skill is active, make sure to normal attack with him constantly within the skill's circle. Cryo imbuement will be active for a very short period of time when you leave the circle. You can take advantage of this to deal cryo damage to an enemy that is just outside of your reach. The crab water mimics are really annoying to try to attack with Chongyun. You can only get them with Chongyun when they stop moving around or get stuck. A Chongyun burst aimed at the crabs will miss them if they are moving. While waiting for Chongyun's cooldowns during the water mimic phase, you can switch to Mona so that she takes damage instead.
Written in the stars, delved into destiny.
Submit for judgment. The scourge of
If Chongyun dies, just run away with Mona until the round ends. Whenever Xingqiu's burst is available, use his skill and then burst. Otherwise, we'll be attacking with Ayaka. You'll need to dash every so often to make sure that Ayaka's cryo imbuement is always active. If there are a group of enemies, it may be worth using her charged attack. Try to use her skill in a group of enemies. Try to use her burst so that the target she auto-aims to will have her burst go towards most of the enemies and or hurt the enemies that will be spawning in. Typically, this means her burst will be used at the side of the line of enemies. Take care of the Fatui Pyro agent right away when it spawns. When the Ruin Guard spawns, it's a judgment call on whether to wait for it to get to you. It depends on how many other machine enemies are still alive. For either elite enemy, it may be worth using your burst and skill on.
Take flight. Body and mind. Witness the power.
Pay your due.
Embrace the ice. Whirling snow. My opponent. Let me weave you a breath. Sakura swirl.
Here is the extreme difficulty gameplay / playthrough for Team 1 with Kaeya and Barbara added. Just like in the trial character only team, Chongyun will be the main person out doing damage. This time you can freely use his burst and skill since Kaeya will have his back on shield breaking. Kaeya aids Chongyun with extra damage, extra energy, and faster shield breaking for the Abyss mages. He is essentially in the sub DPS role. Mona comes out to use her skill to apply Hydro, and Barbara is mainly used just to activate her skill to keep Chongyun alive. Her skill does have the benefit of applying wet status to the enemies, but Mona would be better to pull out for her skill if it's just about applying wet status.
From whence you came. Swift and merciful.
Let the show begin.
Spirit blade. Attack. Dodge this.
Shadows of fate.
A touch of frost. From whence you came.
This moment will be frozen in time.
Freeze. Forth my blade. Spirit blade. Attack.
Let's dance. Let me scribe.
Oh, so sorry.
From whence you came.
And that's all for today. If you have any questions, let me know. This is actually, oddly, the hardest day for normal and hard difficulty. Yeah. But one of the easiest days to get 2k points on the extreme difficulty. It's weird. Anyway, have a good time. Hope the event treated you well. And take care. Bye.